Hey, Casas Adobe's families, Pastor John here, and happy Pentecost. Today is Pentecost Sunday, and you might remember our previous celebrations of Pentecost where I would walk with you all down the aisle and we would fly our dove kite over everybody and have red streamers and celebrate what I like to call the birthday of the church. Well, this is Pentecost, and obviously we're not going to be able to gather in person to do our kite and have the streamers flying, but I wanted to talk to you about Pentecost and what it is and what we can do at home. So, first of all, Pentecost is when the Holy Spirit comes down. So remember last week I talked about Jesus going up, up, up. And today on Sunday, Pentecost, we talk about the Holy Spirit coming down, down, down. So Jesus goes up with his body and the Holy Spirit comes down to be with people. And so this is a picture of Pentecost that's traditional. And if you look at it, everybody's there and they're praying and there's the Holy Spirit and everybody just looks so calm and holy. So if you remember the story, they were all in a room. They were wondering what's happening. They decided to gather around and Mary, Jesus' mom, was there and a bunch of Jesus' friends and both men and women. They're all gathered together, and all of a sudden they hear this sound. Sounds like the wind, and it starts getting louder and louder and louder. It starts rumbling, and boom, what happens is it says the Holy Spirit came down like a dove, and on each of them there appeared like tongues of fire, and they went out into the world. They were so excited, and they were talking, and they were using all sorts of different languages, and people could understand them because it was a big festival, and there were people from all over the world there, and they're like, hey, they're speaking my language. Someone else says, no, they're speaking my language. And someone else said, no, they're speaking my language. All different languages, and people could hear them. This story is really amazing. Now, when you look at this picture, does that look like what's happening? I don't think so, because the story talks about them being excited and the wind blowing, not about everybody standing around being boring and holy, about being living candles standing still. That's not what it's about. It's about action. It's about wild, crazy power of God driving you out into the world because you can't even help yourself. I like this picture better. Look at that. Look at all the movement, all the people, and everything swirling and everything going all over the place. That is what Pentecost is about. Or this one's even a better one. Look at that. Those are all different people from all different walks of life in different countries, all coming down on fire. And one of the reasons why they use the imagery of fire, okay, is if you're near a fire, can you stand still? No. Okay? If someone says fire, what's the first thing you do? You go out and you run. Now, if you're on fire, you're not supposed to run. Remember, stop, drop, and roll. But when there's like a building on fire or something, you want to get away from it safely. And so the impulse is to run and to be full of excitement. So I am challenging you. Don't be so much like this, but be like this. Look at that, how exciting that is. So that is the lesson for today. Be on fire for God. go out and reach all different people, speak the languages where people live, reach out, go, be the church, be the church. Don't just sit inside the church. And so this Pentecost, I want you to celebrate the birthday of the church, and especially now because we are a church without walls. How much more Pentecost can you get than that? So be safe, be well, be a blessing, and I will see you at Fun Day School. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.